Wi-Fi straight into. Like, if it was plugged up into a PC and it was just sitting under your seat, that would make sense. Because look, I can see the Wi-Fi box. What energy fucking beam are you aiming at me? It makes no sense. You tell me. Does it? No. Exactly, Flapjack. You can't explain it.
This is better than Keegan.
Oh, yes. Fuck!
What'd you do? This is so much better than Keegan. Holy crap. Wow.
Fuck! It's fucking hot in here. Just saying. That's all I'm saying, you know? Just trying to prove my point. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Speaking of, you know, people think vaping is dying, right? Because, you know, you can't get a Juul. They moved it, at least where I am, to 21. Oh, well, Donald Trump issued the statement. It's 21 now. But, please, I know I'm really fucked up right now because it's 420. That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm not fucking stupid. I've been spitting facts for the past, like, hour. Yes. I'm not fucking I'm not that fucked up. Like, realize that. I know what I'm saying. And even when my high comes down, I'm gonna remember this shit.
Keep going.
Understand, why the fuck did he issue that statement, right?
Uh-oh.
But you can still, at 18, buy vape juice.
Yeah.
Buy any other type of pod system, because I have a Novo, right? These are pods. I have my 18-year-old friend go to the store for me all the time and pick me up more. And vape juice. I can buy a box vape, which is, keep in mind, more nicotine is going through your body, right?
Yeah, I used to have a box pod.
What the fuck was the point of banning just Juuls?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, I understand that they were more of a problem because, you know, people our age would have Juuls.
Yeah, didn't they get rid of, like, all the wacky flavors?
Yeah, they also did that, you know. You gotta make your own now, which is bad because people are just fucking putting arsenic in them bitches. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill a small elephant? Like, what fucking tranquilizer dart shit is this? Like, is it for that one fiend friend? Is that what you're doing? You're trying to kill the fiend friend? Oh, don't worry about it. She was fucking, she just hit the vape. I don't know what happened. Yeah, fuck you, Sally. You know exactly what happened. You put arsenic in that bitch and rat poison and was like, hit this. Like, dude, I can't.
I remember there was one kid at my school. It was like the day before school closed. My friend brought in his hella decked box mod. Like, this shit was like $700-800. And this kid had never hit anything before. He took one hit and literally fucking dropped.
That's funny.
He hit it one time and fucking passed out.
Now that's just funny.
It was like the ambulance. It was so fucking scuffed. It was awful.
You see, well, I never had anything like that. You know, I smoked cigarettes for a year and a half, and then you know, vaping is what, you know, makes me stop. I can quit anytime I want now. I have multiple times for 4 or 5 plus months. And then, you know, when I get bored, it's just what I do now. Like, there's nothing to do during quarantine, so, you know, I just vape. It's what I fidget with. It's just like my fidget spinner. Like, I'm not constantly fucking doing this, like...
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not. It's just sitting on my bed, and, you know, if I'm doing something, or I'm talking, or I'm just not doing anything, and nobody in party is talking, then I'm gonna start hitting it a couple times, because there's not shit else to do. But at the same time, it's like... I don't understand the problem, because, you know, adults, like my mother, for example, has had cancer 3 times. Beat them all 3 times. She never had any serious. She only had, like, type 1 or fucking whatever, like, stage 1 cancer, but she beat it. You know, it could have gotten worse. It could have killed her, but she beat it. She's fine. But because she's been smoking cigarettes, she's 36, 37. She's been smoking cigarettes since she was, like, 20. Since before she was 20. So, think about that. That's 20-some years, 20-plus years. And when I told her I vaped, because I don't live with my mother, right? She lives in Georgia. I live in North Carolina. So she's hours away. I tell my mother everything, because she's like a friend to me instead of my mom. right? Because she can't punish me. They're bad decisions, but she can't do shit about it, right? And she doesn't tell nobody. Me and her business is our business, right? So I told her, and she was like, you don't need to be doing that shit. That shit'll kill you. It's worse than smoking. What? No!
It really is. People have died from vaping faster than they have from smoking.
No. See, that's also fucking myth. People have died from vaping. I'm not dying. I'm not saying that, okay? That's proven. There are some people who have died from vaping. But what they failed to mention to you is that's not the type of vape they're dying from. They're dying from fucking weed vapes. As a person who smokes weed.
The dab pens, yeah.
Yes, and I'm gonna say this as calmly as possible.
Strong.
I'm going to say this as strongly as possible because I'm high right now, and this is probably the only subject that pisses me off. As somebody in the 420 community, right? If you smoke that shit, you are turning a natural herb into a juice. That's not supposed to happen. You don't do that. No. So when you die from that shit, you fucking deserve it. Because that's not how you're supposed to hit that shit. You are supposed to smoke weed the way it was invented. Smoke it as a herb. Burn it. And hit it. That is a natural way to hit it. It's a natural herb. It's not addicting, okay? Anybody who tells you it's addicting, there's no study. I mean, there are studies that say, like, oh, people who do it want to go back and do it. Sure. But it's not. Weed, you can quit anytime. It's not like smoking. It's a natural herb. It's not meant to do that shit to you. The only thing it's supposed to do is literally take pain from you, which is why we have CBD that has literally been proven because my girlfriend has, fuck, what is it called? Shit, I'm high as hell. She how do I put it? She always has pain, right? I forgot what the exact thing she was diagnosed with.
Talking about. I remember.
You know, so she has CBD bath bombs. So that actually helps her. And even medical research says that weed can take pain away. It's a natural herb. It's supposed to help you and make you fucked up. Like, it's supposed to get you high, have a good time. Like, what? Anybody who says weed is bad, what's the most you're gonna do? Go eat and take a nap? Like, what? There's nothing that makes no sense. People, see, when they say vaping, 97% of those cases weren't from actual just vaping. They were from people hitting dab pins and shit, and then their friend was like, oh, he was vaping. Like, no, he hit a dab pin, you dumb shit. You're just afraid to say it. And he died from it, because that shit can fuck you up, and that's been proven. You're putting metals and other shit in there that are not meant to be mixed with a natural herb. Like, no, stop. And even my friends who think they're cool, they're like, oh, you're just mad because you can't fucking do it. No, fucking roll a backwood. Tell me how to roll a blunt, bitch, because I know how, and you don't. Fuck you. Smoke weed how it's supposed to be rolled. It's supposed to be rolled, and it's supposed to be smoked like a natural herb is. It's not supposed to be fucking, it's like sage. Like, would you fucking eat sage? No, you wouldn't. You're supposed to burn that shit and let it put it in your house to get fucking demons out, okay? You're not supposed to fucking eat that shit. Don't eat sage. That's weird. If you fucking eat sage, you're weird. Like, why would you be eating sage? I got questions. No, but vaping is not, that's already been proven. There's tons of fucking, there's like 300 plus chemicals. Second, who the fuck came up with a study that says each time you hit a vape is equal to like 10 cigarettes? What?
Well,
what
yeah,
the hell is wrong with you?
What's wrong
yeah, it's
with
just
you?
because there's so much freaking nicotine in one vape.
And
That's if you're fucking taking, that's plausible, right? But there's tons of doctors who have said that's not true. That fucking one commercial, everybody's like, oh, that commercial, it's so true. No, it's not. It's been proven that's not true unless you're doing at least 70 plus nic and you're doing big hits. See, mine, I can hit high nic. Mine is 100% menthanol, okay? Because I smoke cigarettes. This is what helps me not grab a cigarette. This is what I do. But I am going to say that if you smoke and just shut up, iPaws, okay? I'm trying to explain. You're getting me fucking sidetracked. Shut up.
Is back?
Yes, fucking shut up before you fuck me up on what I was about to say. Okay, listen, right? Like, mine's menthanol, so mine's 100% pure If you don't know what menthol is, menthol cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
The mint flavor that's in it. That's
Yeah.
what this is. So it's basically kind of like a cigarette, except for without all the very, very extremely toxic chemicals that cause cancer. Is that what you're forgetting? That shit causes cancer? But you're going to try to cause... We don't know the long-term effects of vaping, right? We don't. That's true. 100% true. That's true. We don't. He's some cool person, okay? Now shut up. Alright? So, like, we don't know the long-term effects yet because vaping hasn't been around that long, right? It's only been out for, like, what, 2-3 years? It hasn't been out long enough for us to say, hey, these are the long-term effects. So it could be bad, but nothing is worse than an uncurable disease. Corona! So I'm just saying that if you're gonna say that vaping is worse, you can't say that, because the only thing that we know is that there are probably, I think the study was 100 people in the world that have actually fully died from vaping without prior smoking cigarettes, or at least anybody knew that they were smoking cigarettes, right? Those are the actual true cases. 100 people, these fucking people that died from vaping, like just vaping. Then you got the other, like, what, 70+ million that have probably died from... Fuck. Dude, fuck you. You can't...
Real quickly, so
like-
my stuff can update faster.
See ya, cutie.
Just turn back.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you too, hon.
Alright, baby. What? No, ew, eyeballs. Dude, see, that is way worse than vaping. Like I just said, people have died from vaping, sure, but they've been doing it for a while. No teen, there are those articles that say this teen died from vaping. I just said it's a lie. They were doing dab pin shit, and they were probably with their friend doing dab pin shit, and instead of that, they made them vape some shit, and they mixed it, and then they died. No, there's no way that a teenager dies from just vaping. You probably got that shit off somebody. No, you cannot. Literally, there's a study. You would have to smoke, and get ready for this. You cannot believe this. But you realize, have you guys seen how much weed Snoop Dogg smokes? Did you guys?
I could guess.
He smokes over 50 blunts a day. Okay. You cannot die from weed. You would have to smoke, and this is a fact. I literally remember seeing this fact, and me and my friend just fucking, we were high as shit. We started laughing. You would literally have to smoke 500 pounds of weed in one day to die from it. There's no fucking way you smoke 500 pounds of weed in one day. How would you get your hands on that much without being fucking caught? Second, your body, you would fucking pass out before you get past, like, at least a pound. You would be out. You'd be out for the count, dude. Your body wouldn't even be able to stay awake long enough. Because he lives in LA, it's legal there. He has his weed card. He can, yes, it's legal. Weed is legal in a good amount of states. Weed will be legalized in America in the next 3 years. They are already trying to pass a bill for it.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no problem. It'll be legal everywhere. It's a natural herb. It's not addicting. It helps things. It's been proven. Like I said, my girlfriend that's what it is. She has chronic pain. It helps you. Medical researchers use it. My friend Pickle Rick, he was a doctor, and that's what he specifically studies. I don't know his actual name. He doesn't. He didn't actually tell me his name. No. Listen. Shut up, Logan. Shut up, Logan. Let me finish before you sidetrack me. I'm high, Logan. I will forget what I was gonna say. Logan, I will mute you and kick you, Logan. Shut up. Let me finish. Damn. Okay, right. That's his PSN name. Okay, that's his PSN name. I don't actually know him, but he's grown. I think he said he's in his 40s or 50s. I've known him for a little bit. He's a doctor, and specifically what he specializes in is marijuana medicine, like medicine specifically made from marijuana or uses marijuana in some way. He's retired now. But that's what he does. It's a natural herb. It's not meant to be made into a liquid and then put into a dab pen and mixed with other chemicals. Then yes, sure, it can be harmful. Just like the people who have died from vaping, they probably got shit because if you don't know this, you can put anything into a Juul pod.
Yeah.
If I wanted, I could put water in this pod and smoke it because it heats up. There's a coil inside of it. It will turn into just vapor. People will mix that shit because they can't go to the store. They're underage. They'll go to the, they'll mix things in with it. Like, they'll hear online, like, hey, you can mix this with this, and it will turn into a vape juice. And then they hit it, and they die because that shit infects your lungs. There's shit that's very infectious that can kill you. That's believable. But I don't think most of those cases are true, 100% proven that, like, they were just straight up vaping like I do. Just literally just regular menthol. I have other flavors like strawberry and blueberry, but there's no way that somebody was just straight up vaping and they fucking died as a teen. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Because if I go to the doctor right now, do I sound like I've been smoking for 30 fucking years? Like, no, I don't. I've been smoking, I smoked cigarettes for a year, haven't smoked them in over a year, right? And then I've been vaping for around 7 months. There's no way somebody who's been vaping for like 4 months fucking died. My body's perfectly healthy. I've been for a doctor's checkup. I breathe perfectly. There's no stutter in my breathing. They did an x-ray. My lungs are not black or anything like that. There's no way somebody who's been vaping for like 3-4 months fucking dies. That shit doesn't sound right. There's something not right with that. And then you got the older people who vaped and then they died. Bitch, you've been smoking cigarettes for fucking 50 years. Shut up. It was your time. Anyway, you were saying, Logan? Well, that's what it's meant for. That's what CBD is illegal. Everywhere. It's legal everywhere. No, CBD and weed, just like I said, are not addicting chemicals. They're not like a cigarette. They're not like a Juul. They don't have... No, it's natural. It's from the earth. There's no addicting thing in it. The only reason you would want to go back to it is because it relieved your pain. But it's not like a coke addict. Yes, it's not like that. It doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't make you scratch your fucking neck and fucking lose thought. CBD is meant for your body. That's what CBD is for. CBD is meant for your body. That's why it's legal everywhere. That's meant for your body. Weed is meant for you to get high with, which is why it's not legal everywhere. Because, the point of weed, regular weed, like plant, that's rolled and smoked like a blunt, is meant for you to get high. I mean, yes, it will do the same thing as CBD, because CBD has weed in it, fun fact. That's literally what CBD is, except for with a different name, and it comes in a gel form. Well, no, you can still get high off CBD if you have enough of it. Like I said, my girlfriend has CBD bath bombs. She gets in there, she'll come out loopy, but she's never been like, fucking stoned. It goes away probably 30 minutes after. But they're meant for pain. Sports medicine, most sports like people who play sports like football and stuff, they use it. Because it gives you instant recovery, basically. You feel no pain when you're on it.
I've been prescribed CBD for
Yes, that's what it's for. And now medical doctors can prescribe it. You can, if you're old enough, you can go into your local vape shop and they'll probably sell it there. Or where I'm at, they have vending machines for it.
Oh, yeah.
So. Yeah, we have vending machines. We have actual vending machines. Yeah, well, if you've ever been to LA, when I was, yeah, well, if you ever go there, they literally, you can walk down the street and there'll be, stores that will literally say like CBD shop or whatever their name, some tacky ass name. You walk in, since it's legal there, you walk in, they sell brownies with actual weed. And then since it is legal in LA everywhere, all you have to do is have your weed card. they literally have, or in certain parts you don't even have to. You literally can walk down the street, put a couple dollars in an actual vending machine, like a regular soda vending machine, and press like F fucking 5, and fucking whatever's F5. Let's say it's a blunt wrap. That bitch will fall out. Like that's because that's what it is. It's not addicting. And like I said before, what's the worst you're gonna do when you get high? Eat some chips and take a nap. That's all. You're gonna get the munchies and you're gonna possibly be tired depending on who you are. Now me, I get the munchies. I never really get tired. I'm relaxed, but I never really get tired. I've never really had that. Like my eyes have been irritated from the smoke. That's why your eyes are red anyway most of the time from the smoke. I've never really had that. My eyes have never been like fucking bloodshot red. Cause I do smoke backwoods, but I just never get the smoke in my eyes. I look away after I hit it. So. I've never really been like that. But, yeah, I mean, I've been that high. I've just never fucking hit that shit and let the smoke travel up. But, I mean, come on. I'm just saying. There's just, like, I've already said this to my girlfriend. I said, what are we gonna do? Because, you know, me and her want kids. We've been together for almost 2 years now, right? Like, I know that's not a long time in perspective. Yeah, I know that's not, you know, we're young, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm just saying, we've talked about it, because, I don't think I've ever said this to you guys, but my plan is once I turn 18 here, hoping that me and her are still together, is to go, you know, she's going to an early college, she gets out early, so, you know, the point of it is for me to, you know, move in with her, or she move in with me. I'm going to Wisconsin, makes sense. That's the plan, right? Of course that can change. We probably will. I'll probably be 18, and yes, how old will you be, eyeballs? I'll be 18.
I'll be 18 before Cheesy's 18.
I mean, here's the thing. Have you guys seen those videos of like PlayStation friends meet for the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fucking, like, if I stay friends with anybody on PlayStation and I'm older, of course I'm gonna be like, yo, do you want to meet up and chill? Yeah. If I'm wherever they are, or I have time and I got the money for it, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, hey, dude, you want to meet up? Like, there's no reason why I shouldn't meet up with my friends who I've known for years. Well, yeah, me and my girlfriend, like I said, me and her have already been saving up money. But if me and her are still together, the plan is to move in Wisconsin, because she's becoming a doctor. That's what she wants to do. Well, she does. I do everything for her. I understand that she has disabilities that she physically needs somebody. No. Well, I mean, yes, I make sure she takes a bath. I make sure she's fine. That's literally my job. Like, her parents are not good to her. I understand that her parents do not care when she's in pain. I literally buy stuff for her and mail it to her, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Now, I know you're probably like, oh, he's getting cheated. No, she sends me shit too. Like, on my birthday, she sent me stuff. On her birthday, I sent her stuff. Well, hold on, pause. Hold that thought right there. Flapjack.
Yes.
Okay. You're 16, right?
Indeed.
16, you know, you get more rights, right?
Yeah, apparently. Sick.
You're gonna have to move at my speed.
I mean, I turned 17 December.
Well, technically, I'll be 15, but that's relevant.
Yeah. See, when's your birthday, Flapjack?
December 17th.
September?
Yeah, December 17th.
December. Okay, so think about it this way, right?
Oh, I had 2 frags. Oh, this is a mistake.
17 is a filler year. There's rarely no point to 17, right? Like, you don't get any more rights, you're just 17. Then, of course, 18 is the big year. 18 is when, legally, you're an adult. 21, technically, is what I consider an actual adult, because you can go to a fucking bar and drink. Like, when I turned 21, I've already told my friends, I'm like, dude, if you're my friend at 21, and we're around each other, just know I'm going to a bar, and we're fucking turning up. Like,
yes, cheesy.
I'm not gonna drink like that. I'm not gonna be a fucking alcoholic, but I am gonna drink. Like, when I go out to dinner and it's an expensive dinner, bitch, where's my wine? Like, no, I'm not gonna be fucking drinking soda. I'm not goddamn 3.
Where's my wine?
Like, I'm just saying. But like I said, 17's a filler year, right? I've already thought about this. 16 is a milestone because 17's just there. When you turn 17, I hope none of my friends are like, dude, I'm turning fucking 17. Shut up. Shut up. You're still 16. There's no reason for you to say you're turning 17. No, you say I'm almost 18 when somebody asks how old you are. Because that's the point. You're aiming for 18. The whole point of living with your parents is to live with them till you're 18. Because at 18, that is when you can sign a lease form. That is when you can move out and buy a house. At 18, because you can sign legal documents at 18. That's the point. I hate when people are like, oh, I'm 17. Bitch, you're 16.
So
shut up.
That was so
like,
calm.
you are 16. You little girl. You are 16. Shut up. There's no point in saying you're 17. There's no freedom that comes along from 16 to 17.
Actually, I'm 16 3/4.
Shut up, bruh. Like, dude, and it's kind of gay how they were like, oh yeah, you're gonna turn 16, but you need 2 years of 16.
You get 16
like,
twice.
Like, you know, see, most states have a milestone, like your first birthday. First of all, fuck that shit. You spent 9 months in your mom's fucking belly button to crawl out of her vagina. Where did the 9 months go? Where did the 9 months go? How am I 0? How am I 0 when I come out of her vagina?
Oh no!
How? Where did the 9 months go?
Oh my god!
Where did they go?
Cheesy is hot. Yes. No,
I'm just saying, dude. Where did the 9 months go? Because when you come out, you're 0, and then a year later, you have your first birthday.
Cheesy, I'm quoting you on my Snapchat story after this game.
Dude, like, what?
Where did
you
the
can't.
9 months go?
No, there's no way that you. There's no
it's in
way.
My stream.
I should be 16. There's no fucking way that I should be like, no, I should be 16. I should be turning 17. Where did the whole fucking 9 months go? They don't just disappear. Now, here's a thought. Back to my original thought, right? Like what I was saying. You know, your first birthday is a milestone, right? Like, you know, it's your first birthday. That's a milestone. And then when you turn 10, you're double digits. That's a milestone. Then when you turn 12, you're a preteen, so that's kind of a milestone. Kind of. 13 is the actual milestone, right? Because 13, you're a teenager. Then, you know, for females at least, 16 is a milestone, because you get more freedom, you can drop out of school. You can technically move out of your parents' house at 16 on your own.
Oh, wow.
You can. You can't buy a house, but you can move out on your own will. You can take your parents to court and try to get emancipated. You can do that. But what the fuck is 17? There's no freedom. It's you're double 16. Like, stop saying, oh, I'm 17. Ah. Now, keep in mind, the reason I say this is because I Fuck you. No, you're not. You're 16, little girl. You're 16.
Oh, God. Choke on a dream, dude. No,
You're 16.
And your name.
Like, shut the fuck up. Like, god damn it. Tell me you are almost 18. That is how you properly answer that. I'm almost 18. That's how you properly answer that, because that makes sense. I'm like, oh, okay, you're 17, but you're almost 18.
Bro, Cheesy, you should be high way more often, my man. I have never
Dude.
heard more factual statements in a short period of time.
Like,
Bro, this man has spit more facts than Martin Luther King ever did. Bro, where's this man's pep rallies at?
exactly.
Cheesy.
I
had a dream that 17 wasn't
that
a thing.
dumbass bitch would have turned 17. Dude, I'm just trying to figure out, right? Like, where did the 9 months go?
It's been the same two topics for like 15 minutes.
No,
now.
look, look, right? So, well,
That's going on
think
my
about
Instagram
this.
story, Cheesy. I'm quoting you.
think about this.
So it's in my stream chat. Uh oh. Hold on. I'm kind of dying at the moment. My Instagram is Pink Yoshi and some numbers. You have to. I think it's, what is it? 7. Hold on. Yes, I'm saying my Instagram over stream chat. It is.
So
it is
I got a
Pink
real
Yoshi
question.
772.
I got a real question. I'm pretty sure this was a meme, some shit like this. If you weigh like somebody like how much do you weigh, Flapjack?
185.
185. Okay. So you weigh 185, right? Let's just say you ate 1 pound of like, I don't know, like, what's your favorite food?
I don't know.
Let's say chicken nuggets. Are you 1% chicken nugget, right? I'm pretty sure I was on a High Thoughts page and there was some shit like that, but that still concerns me to this day. Like, think about it. Did you gain a pound of chicken nugget? Like, are you part chicken nugget now? I'm trying to figure out. Like, bro. Not only that, right? You know how we have telescopes, right? And they can see straight into space, you know, depending on what the range of them are or is, whatever you want to put there. You can see into space. You can see stars and stuff like that, right? And you know how there's a theory that like black holes, when you get sucked in, there's another there's like another galaxy inside of them.
That's me. That one right there. That one.
Like,
That is my.
listen, you dickwads. What I'm trying to say is,
My
you can
friend who's
see-
a SoundCloud rapper.
you can see the stars and stuff, but the stars are actually circles, right? So why the fuck do people draw goddamn stars on a page as a fucking star? Why do you not draw that shit as a circle? Because it's a planet. It's a planet. The stars are like gas giants, like, you know, suns, but they're circles. Why do people draw stars as stars? That makes no sense.
Actually,
If you looked at the sun and that bitch was in the shape of a star and it was one-dimensional, you would literally laugh your ass off.
Bro, actually, Kiki, it's your sphere. This is your theory. Stars are not in the shape of stars.
They're not planets.
What? No, no, they're gas giants. They're suns. That's what stars are, Logan.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
true.
they're planets. They're not planets. They're suns. That's what they are. They're suns. They're gas giants. Yes, they are. That's what stars are. They're basically suns. They don't
exactly
have
what they
life
are.
on them. Exactly. You didn't learn this? You're homeschooled. Never mind.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Did you not learn that? Like, I'm actually being serious. Did you not learn that in like online classes or whatever you do? That's what they are. That's what they are. I'm being serious. They're basically like our sun. That there's millions of them, but why do people draw, like when you say draw a star, nobody draws like a circle and draws it like a sun. They draw the shape of what we call a star. They don't draw circles. Like when somebody asks me to draw a star, I'm like, okay, bitch, I got you, and I draw the sun. Because that's a star. You said draw a star. Now, if somebody says draw the object, a star, they draw that. But I'm trying to figure out, like, when artists paint stars in the sky, why the fuck am I not seeing part of a ball sack on the paper? No, it isn't.
Star. There's a difference between the shape of Patrick's star and the stars in the night sky, my man.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure out. No, they are not. First of all, if you've ever looked up in the sky, you realize that they're normally like a dot with that gleams, right?
Oh my fucking god.
Bitch, they are not in the shape of a fucking star! They are suns that are spherical, or whatever the shit you call that, bitch!
This is the argument.
I get that the sun is a star, right? Like, we call the sun's a star, that's what we call it. I'm trying to figure out, why the fuck when I tell you to draw a star, not the object, a star, why the fuck do you look at me and you go, I got you, and draw a fucking star in the paper? No! I said draw a star!
Oh my god.
Draw a star! Draw a star! Draw the fucking sun now! Draw that shit!
Oh no! Cheesy. This is fucking amazing. This is amazing.
This is your champion.
Fuck!
No amount of money could be spent to rehear this conversation.
You wanna know what else I'm trying to find out, right? Like, I get that there's gravity and everything, but speaking of it, you know, I'm pretty sure there's some logical, like, you know, scientific explanation for this. But, you know, if there was no kinetic energy, at least it's what I learned in science class, that, you know, things wouldn't move. You would be stuck in place. Just kind of, like, weird to think about. Move, right? Now, if you're not able to move...
JT, we're more high thoughts.
Yeah, Apex needs to update for me.
Yeah.
The porn star?
Yeah.
Attention.
Logan
Dude,
Paul dated a
it's
porn star?
clickbait. It's probably... No. But Big Mike... Anyway, look, you're deterring me from my thought, okay? Move. I'm high as fuck, and you're fucking up my thoughts. Shut up. Alright, so if there was no kinetic force, you wouldn't be able to move, right? So, you know when you put air in a basketball, right? Or, you know, football. When you hit it against the ground, it bounces, right? But the only thing that's in there is air, right? But it doesn't float away, right? Because, you know, when you blow up a balloon, but you put, like, whatever the fuck is that shit, helium, you put it in there, it floats.
That's because helium and air are different things.
Exactly, but they're both like a type of air, if you would say so. They're a type of they're a type of gas. Yeah, there you go, right? So how come when I fill my basketball up with helium, that bitch don't float?
Oh my god.
You explain that shit to me. No, you know, when
helium?
I got high last time, I'm pretty sure I asked another friend this question. He was like, "It's too hard of a material." But here's the
dense.
thing: when you take the air out of a basketball, it weighs just less than a half a pound for most basketballs. You know, if you got probably whatever material it's made out of. But when you weigh a balloon, it barely weighs nothing, maybe 0.3 of a pound, right? Well, my basketball weighs around 0.5, right? It's not much heavier, right, when it's deflated. And then I put fucking helium in that bitch, and I bounced it, and it didn't bounce at all, right? It didn't. It hit the ground, and it made this sound, just right. I'm trying to figure out why. Why, if I put helium in some objects, is it because they're too heavy? It could be, right?
Yeah,
That's the logical.
The density of the material it's made out of.
Right? Like, that makes sense. So, technically, if you filled up a rocket ship with enough helium balloons, do you think that the rocket ship would just float its ass off into space? Like,
No.
if you filled it up
No.
with enough.
No.
You don't think so?
No, because of the size of the rocket ship, there would be no way to get enough helium balloons to get that monstrous shit of metal off of the ground. It's like up,
So you-
right? There's no... The amount of balloons needed to lift that house, that was not even enough. And not to mention the fact that half of them would, like, pop on the way up because of the what is it, the air gets thinner. I don't know what it's actually called, but they would pop because of that. And then you would lose your house. And that movie makes no sense.
Alright. I'll give you that one. That was kind of proven, right? But, technically speaking, right? If I shoved a helium pump up your ass, right? And I kept pumping that bitch and pumping it and pumping it and pumping it. You think I could tie your ass into a balloon, like low-key? Because,
No.
I mean, I'm pumping enough air to pump your whole stomach. You're either gonna die or, you're gonna
die.
shit. One of the two.
You're gonna die. You're gonna put that much air into the human body and it's just gonna implode. It's just gonna... There's nothing else to it.
Holy shit, so inverted balloon. Fuck
And
yeah.
It's just a human balloon. It's just gonna pop. It's just... There's nothing else.
Alright, so here's another question.
It's like
right?
putting air into the bloodstream. It does the same thing.
Right, so you know how lizards are able to regrow their tails?
Yeah.
You know, slowly, but they have a regeneration factor of some sort.
Yeah.
Which is how the lizard from Spider-Man, or whatever the fuck his name is called.
Venom?
No, the lizard, like the actual like fucking lizard from
I
the
never
Amazing Spider-Man.
I never
Whatever
watched
his
that,
name was.
so no.
Yeah, well, you know, that's how, you know, he was testing it on rats because he had like a nub or some shit. Like, I forgot what happened. He had some sort of shit where he needed to regrow stuff he was trying to figure out. That's how the lizard got created, right? If we, like, actually amplified that shit, you think we could bring back, like, some dead people? Like, do you think Michael Jackson could come back whiter than ever?
No, I feel like...
Or listen, or do you think he would grow a tail and come back hee-heeing with his tail?
No,
Like-
I feel like on a legit level, I feel like if someone has, like, let's say crippling cancer, right? And you amplify that and give it to them, it could, you know, regenerate. Say, you know, World War II, you get your limb cut off by the doctor, right? Just his bone saw. You put enough of that into there, and it could in fact if it's mutated correctly, it could possibly grow the arm back at a very minuscule rate. But you can't, like, the heart stopped, it's over, the brain activity's gone. You can't just bring back Bill Cosby and inject enough of that into him and he'll go back to whatever he did.
Well, here's the thing. If you're able to amplify that to a certain amount, right, it's able to recode DNA cells, which means it would be able to recreate, unless you're a skeleton. Let's say I'm talking about if your body's still decomposing, like
No, because
your physical. Just listen. God damn it. If your physical attachments are still there, It would. I'm saying it would be able to if you were able to figure out a way to amplify it, and we're able to do that, and we shove that shit into a dead person who's been dead for maybe let's say 3 days. Not too bad, you know.
Kevin,
they're
my
starting.
Apex is
They're starting to
updated.
decompose, you know, maybe. But we inject them. If we amplify it and it's able to regrow vital organs, we could bring somebody back from the dead.
You want to join me in MWR, Kevin?
Yeah, I will. I have to restart stream though. But I feel 3 days.
Dude.
I feel
Yeah.
like the deterioration and the fact that the brain is.
No,
already
I'm saying if we amplified that bitch to literally be a human cure for everything,
No, I'm saying
we would be
because
able
the brain
to
is
bring back
stopped.
vital organs.
You can't just life. I don't think because you can't regrow brain cells. Once they're gone, they're gone. And
No, not a lizard. You can stab that bitch in the head, right? It can't regrow that, right?
so
Like we know
then
that.
You're
If
talking
you
about making zombies, my man.
just listen.
Hang on.
Who
Shit.
wouldn't want a dead Bill Cosby walking around?
Everyone's children. Not one parent in America would want Bill Cosby roaming the streets again. Hold on, chat. I'm gonna restart stream.
If I saw Bill Cosby walking down the street, I might tinkle a little.
Because you're not 7.
I might jerk him off. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, chat. I'm
Like
gonna
I
restart
said,
stream.
I might tinkle a little bit, and I might beat his meat. That's all I'm saying. Right?